just Tiff, just settle down, let's talk about it, cause that's what she's gonna do. It's just Tiff, talking a little of this and some of that too, cause it's just Tiff.
Hello, welcome to the Just Tiff podcast, where I tell you guys some real life stories about some real life topics. Today's episode is number 89, and I'm going to be telling you guys all about my time at the Millennium tour at the State Farm Arena, formerly known as Phillips Arena, in Atlanta, Georgia. All right, so let me just give you guys a rundown. My husband and I don't want to say partnered up. I don't know. We got with our family friends and we went, got the tickets to go to the Millennium tour, and we knew it was in Atlanta, so we were like, all right, we're going. It was on a Friday night. Now, let me say, I saw the list of artists and I said, that's 12 people. That's 12 different artists. And the concert didn't start till 8 p.m. All right, list of artists. Nivea and Yin Yang Twins, Ray J, Sammy, Bobby Valentino, Pleasure P, Boosie, Plies, Rick Ross, Omarion, Bow Wow, and Trey Songz. So I said to myself, that's a lot of people, okay? And I also said to my besties, why would some of these artists be listed that is rap, R&B, it's crazy. And my friends, so nice, they were like, well, Tiffany, you have to realize they all came out of the Millennium. And I was like, good point, got it now. Because at one point I was like, why are this don't mix with this group or this group? Neither here nor there. So let's just say we were a little late, okay, thanks to Atlanta standstill traffic, who likes to think they are LA or something. It's insane how there's never a time if you're traveling to Atlanta that there is no traffic. I don't know why everybody and their mama always ventures out to Atlanta. I'm not a city person, but neither here nor there. So, needless to say, we got there at about 8:22. And of course, me, like, let them have like some random people open up, and be the openers and stuff. So not the actual artists. We sat down. By the time we sat down, the new group is RSVP, which would be Ray J, Sammy, Bobby Valentino, Pleasure P. I'm reading off my handy dandy notes here. They were performing. Sammy had on a bedazzled blue poncho with a hood and everything. It was giving a lot. He sung Come With Me in that song, and I was singing with him, but I was just like, I don't know why he has on that poncho. It was a really good time, though. Bobby Valentino came out with his big, puffy, red fur something going on, like a bear was attacking him. But it was nice. He sung Anonymous, and I was just like, I know that song. Pleasure P, who, like myself, is gaining some weight, got up there and he was singing Boyfriend Number 2, and I was just like, sir, I don't even know if you can sing that no more. Me and you out here, whoo, sir, big belly, big back, meeting here. Some songs we can't sing anymore. Ray J decided to be in this group, and he decided when it was his turn to sing his song, he was going to sing One Wish. Now, we all know One Wish. So I'm like looking around. Let me also say, frowny face to the people who were doing the lights and also like any of the recording stuff, videography for this group in Atlanta. The frowny face, okay? Because when Ray J decided he wanted to do One Wish, y'all, they were moving. Let me see, because I'm over here. Yep, got my little pen. This was them with the light. Ray J's over here singing in the audience. They are doing this, looking for him. So midway through his whole verse, they finally found him. And it was like, well, now he halfway through the verse now. Now he's getting up out of the audience to now go back to the stage. Make it make sense. But we always singing One Wish. They finished. It was pleasant. It was like, all right, thank y'all. Okay. So next up was Boosie. And again, I'm an R&B fan, not really a rap fan. I mean, I know some rap songs, but none of Boosie's, I could say. So when he came out, the girl that was standing to the left of me was just like, ha, 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 ha. And I was like, okay, this isn't really my scene anymore. I started to then feel all 37 years of my age, okay? Let me also say, this is how I knew I was 37 with the mind of a 67-year-old, because when Boosie came out and they played Wipe Me Down, okay, everybody was bouncing, and I mean bouncing, so much to the point that it felt like the arena was bouncing too. And I said, this can't be passing a safety code. Like, this has got to be a fire hazard right here, because it should not be this many people in this stadium arena jumping, bouncing, and the whole thing bouncing. Something ain't passing a code here, because that should not be happening. I may still inquire about that. Anywho, Plies came on next. Love Plies. Love him. And I love all of his videos that he does on Facebook. When he's in his car, just tripping out. You know, I love him beyond his rap stuff. I mean, I do like some of his songs, but just him as a personality is hilarious. So, of course, when he came out, he did a couple of songs that I definitely knew. Shawty, and Pussy, baby. So he did a couple of songs I knew. And then, of course, towards the end of his little gig, he was like, I'm going to bring out somebody y'all might know. And for some random reason, Unicorn, he brought out Keith Sweat. I was like, now we're really... So I'm telling y'all, these rap, R&B people, they don't go together. But as soon as Keith Sweat came out, when I say the entire crowd knew the 2-3 songs he sung, like the back of our hand. And then at that point, Devin and I were like, we on the same page here now. We know that song. We know that song and that song. Thank you. You're welcome. So, yeah, a good little time. Okay, so this is what happened, right? Rick Ross and Omarion came on next. Rick Ross first, then Omarion. This is when I sat down. Okay, I know Ashton Martin. I know Every Day I'm Hustling. I know that. That's really about it. If I know another Rick Ross song, I don't know that I know it. Okay, so he didn't play. He played Ashton Martin. He didn't do Hustling. He did Ashton Martin, and he didn't sing it like they supposed to sing it when they recorded, okay? That's one thing I can tell you about me prior to any concerts that I've gone to. I'm not a fan of live music because no artist is going to sing it the way they record it. So when I'm waiting on you to ad lib and hit me with a little ooh-ahs, and you don't hit me with the ooh-ahs, I don't like the song no more. Get off the stage. You're making me mad. That ain't how you sung it in the studio. Sing how you sung it in the studio. Back to my list. Rick Ross, I didn't know his song, so I sat down. Omarion came on, and now prior to this, they performed somewhere, and Omarion went viral for yelling at the fans in the audience because they all sat down when he got up. So therefore, the girl in the row in front of us was just like, y'all better get up, because y'all know he don't like nobody to sit down when he performing. And I was like, you right, but right now, I'm tired, okay? We are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He was number 10, okay, out of 12. By now, I'm tired, okay? And all you do is back into it and let it touch you, be moved. And let it touch. Sir, you moving so slow. I'm sleepy now, okay? Your songs have become lullabies, and I'm about to close my eyes, okay? Get off the stage. So, at some point, he brought his children out there. So his daughter came out first, and she did a little dance into one of his songs, and then the son came out, and then he sung some of the song, and I was like, okay, well, give it up for the kids. That's a blessing. Oh, are we at an intermission yet? Like, y'all, at this point, I was getting tired. Omarion had put me to sleep. I wanted to go to bed. I was like, sir, you gotta do, even if you gotta do 2-3 B2K songs, just do 2 or 3 B2K songs, because your songs are sleepy songs, and we're old now. We are not middle school, high school no more. This ain't the millennium. We are tired. Next, Bow Wow. Let me say this about Bow Wow. Now, Bow Wow very similar to Plies, with back and forth across the stage. Like, I'm gonna give you all the energy I could give you, like a toddler on Skittles, like just back and forth. And I was like, okay, Bow Wow. Now, let me say, Ray J, Sammy, Bobby V, Pusha P, all of them came out in like big of everything. If it wasn't Bedazzled, it was gonna be Big and Poofy or Bedazzled. Bow Wow came out in a pair of gym shorts and a cut-off tank top. I don't know if he knew they were performing. I don't know if he just said he didn't care. I don't know if he didn't want to pay for a stylist. I'm not really sure, but he definitely had a pair of gym shorts and a cut-off tank top, okay? Just really confused me. Really, whatever. So he starts to go, start rapping, right? And of course, he did his song with like You with Sierra. So we all being Sierra in the audience. I'm like, I know this song. He went to his very first album and started singing 1 or 2 of those songs. And when I say they put up the picture like on the background, I was like, I own this CD, right? But that might have been in the 99 and the 2000s. I don't remember any of those words. And they weren't putting them on the screen. So, of course, I couldn't sing with them. So I was like, I don't know these words anymore. I'm getting old. Why don't I know these words? I have the CD. Oh, my goodness. Meanwhile, the girl beside me apparently had to be a rap fan, because when I say she is screaming and she is still like this over here, and I was like, girl, you're bumping into me. I don't like this. I don't like it here. Like, I was being bothered. Oh my gosh, that was bothering me so bad. So finally, he pulled out, I know he put out Jermaine Dupri. I think David said it was K-Camp. I don't know. And then somebody else. I don't know, y'all. He pulled out some extra people. And Young Dro, he definitely did pull out Dro. He did pull out Dro. And he pulled out somebody else. And I just remember the first dude, everybody kind of stopped and was like, who is that? And then he was like, all right, never mind. Y'all don't know him. And I was like, don't do that again, Bow Wow. Don't do that again. We don't know him. He pulled out Dro. And my dumb self in the moment, because he said, y'all know about this? And they were playing Shoulder Lean, Shoulder Lean. And I said, oh my gosh, T.I. is here. And then when I looked on the stage, I was like, that don't look like T.I. That was Young Dro. And I said, well, he couldn't get T.I. He pulled out Jermaine Dupri, and he came out with Welcome to Atlanta. And then, of course, when he did, I'm like, where's Ludacris? Because you can't do that song without Ludacris. Oh, my goodness. This is Ludacris. Hilariously enough, the girl beside me was like, he said his pops was coming out. Who's that? I was like, really? Oh my gosh. Anywho, on to the last artist who was my favorite artist of the entire night. Made my night. Now let me say, Omarion was number 10. He put me to sleep. It took a little intermission. Bow Wow came out and he was bouncing up and down everywhere. And I was just like, okay, I'm kind of awake. Next thing I know, I heard, I said, oh, that's Trey Songz. That's Trey Songz. I could not sit down. I did not sit down. I stood up the entire time he was on the stage. I was like, oh my God. I made a video clip of every song, even if it was just 10 seconds. I was just like, all right, he's recording. Okay. He did not sing some of the songs I thought he would sing, which I felt like would have gotten the crowd a little bit more interacting with him. But he sung every song that I knew. Okay, Bump, Bow Wow, and Boosie. And Rick Ross. He sung the songs I knew. Okay, you're welcome. Now we'll say, with him being the last artist, you gotta really love him to stand up the entire time. Cause I looked over and the rest of my row was sitting down, and I said, y'all don't love him like I love him. They were sitting down. I said, they don't love him like I love him. Y'all, he sung Panty Dropper, he sung Jupiter Love, he sung Neighbors Know My Name. I was just like, oh, Trey. He sung Bottoms Up. He did Nana from what CD is that? Is that the third, fourth? No. That's like the 6th or 7th CD. Sorry, I'm trying to track it off. But he did Dive In. Like, there were so many songs had that I was just like, oh my gosh, it's Trey Songz. And of course, at one point, he goes and rips his shirt off, and I look over, and of course, a person that shall go unnamed that was with us was like, what happened? And stood up and everything. I was like, you weren't even paying attention. Sit down. Needless to say, out of all 12, we missed Nivea. We missed Yin Yang Twins because by the time we got there, they were already at RSVP. But Plies was a really good time. Bow Wow was a really good time just for the interaction of them on the stage. Especially Keith Sweat coming out with Plies. That was nice. Yeah. But Sammy, I didn't mind. Plus, she wasn't half bad. Could deal without Ray J in the audience. Probably had the light people found him sooner. That would have been better. But Trey made my night. Oh my gosh, Trey made my night. I screamed. And by the time I left there, I was but it was amazing. Okay, it was amazing. But I will say, I am no longer millennium age. Okay, y'all gonna need to find a way to wrap them things up, cause baby, we didn't leave that thing till after midnight, and I was tired. Okay, I'm old now. I'm not. This is not the 99 or 2000. Remember that. But if it's in your area, you guys should definitely go see it. If anything, just go to sleep until Trey Songz comes out.